Today's news, South Korea's president caught buying 300 plus Viagra pills.
It's really beginning to look like President Park Geun-hye of South Korea is a horny lady and wants to have sex all the time.
That's not what happened.
But the purchase by the presidential office of 300 plus Viagra pills is going to who?
It's going to her cabinet members for their trip to Africa, and it's supposed to treat high-altitude sickness. None of the pills, 364 pills is the number ordered. None of them were actually used, though.
Viagra treats high-altitude sickness?
Yep.
What?
Yeah, I actually researched it on Google, and supposedly it has been shown that it's actually decent at helping with high-altitude sickness.
Have any of you ever heard that? Comments below. And have any of you ever taken Viagra to treat your high-altitude sickness? Comments! I find it very hard to believe that that is the reason specifically, and only for that reason is the purchase of these drugs happening. I want to read a couple quotes. Large quantities of the drugs were bought under the name of the Presidential Security House, the Blue House Security Team, and the presidential office itself. Reports reveal the drugs were purchased 754 times between January 2014 and August 2016. And it wasn't just Viagra that was being purchased. A lot of the drugs that help reduce wrinkles or lighten the load on aging in the face were also purchased for the president. There was a before and after photo in the article that showed how she looked a long time ago versus how she looks now. She looks way younger now than she did 10 years ago. I mean, she looks really good now. I've always wondered about that, and I understand that vanity is very important. South Korea. We all know this. And the president looking good and also being female does play a part in why some of these drugs are purchased, but it was purchased everything with taxpayer money.
Yeah.
And they flashed up another photo of Obama in 2008 and 2016. Now, I know Obama's job is probably a little bit more stressful than Park Geun-hye's job, but all the president's jobs are stressful.
Oh, yeah.
Obama has aged terribly. I mean, who would really want to be the president anyways? I mean, you're going to endure the stress of the world. And Obama was actually a very good, young-looking person in 2008 when he was elected. He looks like an old man now.
Yeah, over that 8 years, he definitely aged a lot. And she really hasn't. She's kind of gone backwards a little bit.
She's completely gone backwards. She's a younger woman now than she was 10 years ago. And taxpayers are the result of her getting younger.
She actually also signed into a plastic surgery clinic under some pseudonym that was a popular actress. Not actress, but like the character that she played on a television show.
No, in a drama.
Yeah. I find this very ironic because they already don't like Park Geun-hye, and there's already protests going on in Seoul. If you've ever seen them, or if you haven't seen them, I've been seeing a lot of protest videos on Facebook where people are protesting. It looks like a big concert. It's amazing. They're so peaceful, and it's so beautiful and powerful and just awesome to see these protests that are going on, and all these other things that are unattractive things about Park Geun-hye are starting to creep out of the woodwork.
I'm listening carefully to what you said. You don't give enough credit to how many people showed up to the protests in Seoul. We're talking over 1 million people in Gwanghwamun area. I mean, it is so overwhelming how many people showed up in favor of ousting President Park Geun-hye, who, by the way, I think in my own personal opinion should step down because it's a disgrace to see what has happened. Her relying on somebody who wasn't in the government office or wasn't paid by the government payroll, writing the speeches and basically giving all the advice to the president of South Korea. This just means that Park Geun-hye should do the right thing, step down in the name of a sovereign and more powerful South Korea going forward in the future, and instead she's trying to hang on to power. They're going to impeach you. I'm talking specifically to you, the president. You are going to get impeached. You're going to have to step down before your term is over in December 2018. I don't know anybody who's hoping that you stay in the presidency office. I've never heard anyone say that you should, because it's the worst thing I've ever seen. Bill Clinton got his dick sucked in 1997 or something by Monica Lewinsky, and it was really, really, really bad. But that's a moral issue. He should not have done that, and Hillary can decide what to do, but that didn't really affect the economy in the United States. It didn't really affect the American people.
Yeah.
There was nothing that was going on within the government. That was just the president only making a bad decision, but
the problem there was he lied under testimony.
okay, but This affects everyone. If you are running the country with the advice of somebody who's just a citizen and nobody knows about it, it's all done in secret. Now look what's happening. She's buying Viagra. She's buying Viagra.
She's buying Viagra.
She's
I don't
buying
know
lots
why
of
the
it.
other people couldn't buy their own goddamn Viagra. It's easy enough to get medicine and go to the doctor in South Korea. Buy your own medicine.
I like the fact that I didn't find out until we were rolling that high altitude sickness is the reason, even though I've never heard of that before. I'm not saying I know everything. I definitely know very little. The older I get, the more I realize how much I don't know. But high altitude sickness for Viagra? Come on. Like, what a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they buy high altitude sickness pills? Anybody?
I personally like that they're actually implementing rules and creating new Congress plans and I don't know the terminology.
In order to
Impeach Park Geun-hye.
Right. Did you guys know about that too? There's a lot of information. It's tough to cover everything in less than a 10-minute video. But comments down below. What do you think about finding out that the presidential office in Seoul, the Blue House, is purchasing Viagra on the taxpayer's ticket? Comments. Click the like button too. Thank you so much for supporting us. And don't forget to subscribe for more Hallyu Back news. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye! Well, they are a bunch of old men, besides Park Geun-hye.
Yeah, they're going to have sex at the Mile High Club.